we're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert IWER Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Grand uprising, my people. Grand uprising, grand uprising, grand uprising. Trinidad and Tobago, good morning to y'all. Good morning. On the eve of Carnival, man. The craziness begins, man. Let's do what we got to do, and let's do it safe. I ain't afraid to say this. I'm a Carnival jumbo myself. I love my Carnival. And sometimes it's actually an expression of our past culture, if you go back deep and look at from slavery and stuff like that. And I think some people have, I am not saying I'm exclusively correct, but I do believe that Juve and all those things, and actually the carnival thing, was directly deep-rooted in slavery and how our ancestors would have lived their lives then. And all the little things that we would have done through those times are deeply connected to our ancestral instinct, attitude, and genome. And I wish we could follow more of that. You know, we got to keep in mind, because I don't want to make any statement here that purposely disrupt people's flow, but we got to bear in mind our ancestors' blood, this earth, this dirt, is soaked with our ancestors' blood. And the way we are behaving, the way we kill one another, the way we talk to one another, the way we treat one another, they just rolling over and say, what was all of this about? Why? Why? And why? Process that for a bit. I'm going to leave that alone for now. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, my Tobago people. Good morning, my Dalafort people. How y'all doing? Blessings flow, blessings flow, blessings flow. Angie, good morning there. How Angie doing this morning? I hope Angie is good. Good morning to everybody. My people in Dalafort, blessings to you, the youth, man. Keep your head up, man. We got to do what we got to do and be safe for this carnival season, all right? This is your boy, a.k.a. RJ, Mr. Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at 92 East Drive in Chamfleur. Chronic diseases is a thing of the past. I know how to do it. I know how to set the body in motion so you can get rid of chronic diseases. And let me state this emphatically clear. If we only believe that the body needs nutrition in order to heal itself because it's designed that way, we would never have a single problem in life. And that's the truth. I'm talking about health-wise. And I'm not saying that we're not going to have a single problem. I'm saying that we're not going to have a single persistent problem in life as it pertains to chronic disease. You need to understand that. Nutrifying the body is designed to heal itself. It wasn't equipped that way by the one that created us. However, your concept of what God is, if it wasn't created that way, all of us would have been dead and badly wounded. And the only way that can happen is for the body to be nutrified. We need those micronutrients. We need them from botanical herb because we cannot get them in the food. I gotta state this at the onset of this program this morning. We need to understand how important nutrition is to our biochemistry. It's extremely, extremely important. Magnesium glycinate alone has 600 enzymic reasons why it should be in our body. Many of us are depleted of this. Vitamin D3 has every reason why it should be imported in our body every single day, even if it's made naturally, because the only vitamins our body can make on its own is cholecalciferol vitamin D3. It's made from, yes, cholesterol and sunlight. And we have to have it. It's one of the reasons why women are suffering these days with polycystic ovarian syndrome and fibroids, because they are depleted in vitamin D3. We also need K2. You understand what I'm saying here? K2 and D3 marry one another, just like calcium and magnesium marry one another, just like adenosine collabotamine and methylfolate marry one another. This is the deal. Come to Mr. Johnson, 736-3962. I'm going to set you right. 736-3962. I'm located in the Chamfleur area. right opposite Mount Hope. I'm north of Mount Hope Hospital. You walk from the Eastern Main Road up Mendez Ave, the first right. I'm on that street, East Drive. I'm the fourth complex on the left. You can't miss me. I'm between Gypsum and Top Hill. You can't miss it. It's a red brick complex. The only people that are in there are medical students or doctors already, or people who are doing their internship. That's the only people you're going to find in that building. Okay, medical students, people who are doing internship, and a few doctors. There's a few surgeons inside of that complex. Come there. Mr. Johnson's going to set you right. I'm going to give you the botanical herb that your body desires and bring you back into homeostasis. You cannot find salvation in pharmaceutical drugs. I have no problem with pharmaceutical company. I have a problem with the insane use thereof. And I'm telling you folks, you see how I start this morning? Because I'm passionate about this and I'm on a roll and I want us to have a nice carnival. I want us to be okay. And you cannot, people who wake up every single day and you're feeling tired, micronutrients, you're wondering what's going to happen. Then you run to the doctor, boom, drugs. Your heart, kidney, and liver in jail for a crime they never committed. Let me just remind you guys again. My video the week before last week was blocked. That it was blocked because I said a few things that they didn't like. And I'm going to repeat a few more things that I'm saying to you that they didn't like, because all these things that I'm saying here, it's declassified. I'm going to come back just now to you guys, but I want to do this at the onset of the program. Most of these things are declassified. Everything that I talk about on my program are declassified, but I just don't like the way I word it, because anyone can go to any one of the media platform or whatever you want to choose, chat, GPT or whatever, you find all these information. And one of the things that I spoke about is that the past 4 years, the stuff that was handed to us, and listen, let me just show you this. Pfizer bought Arena Pharmaceuticals. I want you guys to look this up. Pfizer bought Arena Pharmaceuticals for $6.7 billion. And let me tell you something, that was a cash deal. Go and look it up. Pfizer bought Arena Pharmaceutical, $6.7 billion. Cash deal. Go Google or go to any one of the media platforms. Go to ChatGPT, you get that information. But they don't like the way Mr. Johnson, so they blocked the video. They didn't shut down my Facebook account, which they did before. They blocked the video. You know what for Arena Pharmaceutical is for? People who were damaged during the pandemic. People who were damaged. So for all of you out there who are denying the fact that you felt the same way you did before you took that jab, you feel the same way, I tell you, definitely are in denial, and you highly disillusional. Because that spike protein from your RNA ain't plain. Diffuse vasculitis, dystonia vasculitis, pericarditis, myocarditis is coming, and it has 28 more. I just only call those because those are what crippling us to this day. But they don't like the way Mr. Johnson is talking, so they block the video. Well, they could go ahead and block this one now too. But at the end of the day, I want to educate my people who perish by lack of knowledge. I am telling you guys, there's nanokinase, there's bromelain, there's licorice root, there's a whole bunch of things that is scientifically proven that can get that stuff out of your system. Find me, 736-3962, and stop making excuses for your health. There are a lot of people who call me all the time. Well, when I'm ready, I go check you. When you're ready, you go check me. Y'all need to stop that with Mr. Johnson. Call somebody else and tell them that. Because the very reason you are in the pathology that you are, the very reason that you are suffer is that very attitude that you calling me to tell me. I'm calling you to tell you. When I'm ready, I go check you. When you ready, you go check me. You need to sleep on that thought. Because it has everything to do with your fragmented psyche and how you view and value yourself. Good morning again, Tobago. Good morning again, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to the Coast Guard. Good morning to the Police Department. Good morning to the Fire Department. Good morning to our regiment, Port Police, and all the private security firm out there. Grand uprising to you. Mr. Guevara, good morning. I saw you in Skinner's Park, man. You know, you can say what they want. I like the brother. You know what I mean? I like the brother. Mr. Alexander, good morning to you. Give the man a chance to the man work. I believe in giving people chances. Good morning to you, my brother. But all you could say what you want. But Gary Griffith, Gary's a boss. My thoughts, my opinion. And just remember, Remember, I have 110% rights to my opinion. I just do not have 1,000% rights to my own facts. Sit on that for a while. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Nicole Huggins. Good morning, Mrs. Spencer. How you doing this morning, sweetheart? Hope all is well. Good morning, Miss Gettins. Hope you're doing fantabulously fantabulous. Still, good morning. How are you? Good morning. Beverly from the UK. Good morning, my dearest. And all the people who locked on everywhere. Good morning, my siblings in Tobago. Blessed morning, all my people in Tobago. All the people who support me constantly. Good morning to you. I ask to create every day to lead me to the people who I need and the people who need me. All right. My gift. I am a fitness expert and a self-proclaimed herbalist practitioner. Understand that. All right. I give the body enough energy, enough nutrients to recalibrate and bring it back into homeostasis in vitro. When it's that way, the body will heal itself. Understand this, when we were created, our blood alkalinic properties through the creator is 1 to 14, 7 being neutral, 7.45 is what it ought to be. Once you start going minus, you're going to look for either 6 feet under or on a pile of wood. That's when the body becomes caustic. But it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to treat yourself that way. The answer is in nutrition, and y'all need to believe that everything is a 3D dimension. So good morning again, my people. Scrappy, good morning to you, man. How you doing, my brother? Hope all is well. Hope you continue to shine on the golden branches of the creature's love and care, my brother. Scrappy, boy. Frame, what going, my brethren? Nice job in Skinner Park, Frame. You're the boss. Good morning to you, my brother. Blessed morning. Mr. McPhee Jason, how you doing, my brother? Love in the house to you, man. And all the wonderful, wonderful folks out there. Ladies, I want you to grab a pen right now. Let me see if there's anybody there. Let me see if Chris Beats send that thing there for me. Wax Dog, good morning, my brother. What's going on, man? My brethren, my love, my brother. What's going on? And Wax Dog, how you doing this morning, man? Love in the house. Wax, I ain't listening. No voice note there because I don't know. You are kind of unpredictable, man. You might put me and you and I were in trouble here this morning if I told another voice note this. I'll call you after. Yes, so good morning. Thank you, Chris, man. Love in the house, my brother. Love in the house. Yes, ladies, I want you to grab a pen. There are some things that I call endocrine disruptors. Remember I told you guys, Mr. Alistair Cupid, good morning to you, my brother. Good morning, man. Compare, wagwan, compare. Hope all is well, man. Hope all is well. Compare, my brethren. Good morning to you, my brother. Love in the house always. Love in the house always. Mr. Alistair Cupid, deep brother, 68 years young, looking proper. When he walked, the earth shakes. Good morning to you. And that brother, we are going to be doing, as I said before, some personal training. We're taking care of all the women who suffer in silence with the endometriosis, the fibroids. We're going to take care of all that eventually, but it's going to start in the South area first. With me and him together doing the stuff, trust me, we would be a force to reckon with. Ladies, I want you guys to grab a pen, and if you're not in a position to grab a pen to write some of these things down, what I would like you to do, sorry about that, what I would like you to do is revisit this program this morning and understand sometimes why you get into the moods that you get into. Why your mood swing is mad, and you're trying to figure out, at my age, why do I feel this way? Why am I feeling like this? Because they're endocrine disruptors. Right in your very house, in the cosmetics, in the shampoo that you're using, and these type of thing, all the facial stuff, the lipstick, they are right there. And you nicing yourself up in the morning, prim and proper, walking out. You wake up good. All of a sudden, you meet to work and you're in the worst mood ever. Endocrine disruptors. It throws your hormones completely off. And by nature, this is not, let me get this clear. By nature, this is not an indictment against women. But by nature, women are chaotic because they love to overthink. And they think. That's not a bad thing, because if they read the right man, we like to solve problems. They're a little bit slower to do it. But if they meet the right man and he understands them, miracle work. The world trying to put women against men. And that's a colossal mistake. But women and men together, we move mountains. Mountains. But I tell you guys, pay attention to details. Pay attention to the 13 families that run this world. And pay attention to why they just block Mr. Johnson videos. Blocking it. Right. I ain't giving up though. I ain't giving up at all. Panella, good morning, my darling. How you doing, Panella? Panella, I told you must not let people call you Panella. That ain't sound good. Panella. That's the name. Panella and crew, good morning to you. You know, I was lost all the time. Panella is from Mason Hall. All this time I'm thinking Panella and Bago in Mason Hall, listening to my program and all this. You know Panella right in Trinidad? Panella right, they're right at Trinidad. Panella. All right. Good morning to you and good morning to your crew. And I hope the gentleman start taking care of yourself and stop projecting, because that's what we do. We like to project. We don't like to face our own jumbie. We like to always think it's somebody else. That's why we suffer. We don't like ourselves. We hate ourselves. Gotta do something about that. We have to do something about that. Everything that you do to your partner, friend, neighbor, you do it to yourself, because it's a reflection of who you are. When you look in the mirror and you see some fragment in the mirror, you could shine the mirror as much as you want, ain't nothing gonna happen. It's a reflection. So go inside, Papa, and deal with that story. All right? I don't criticize. I make comments because I'm not here for likes. A man who is feared being liked could never get anywhere in life, and he will never ever face his full potential. I'm not here for likes, period. Period. I give my opinion, I give information, and I'm not here to convey. I'm not here to convince, I'm here to convey. I'm not here to tell you how you should think. I'm here to give you things to process and maybe shift you from the way you're thinking. I'm not here to, believe me, and I'm not here for that. I'm just a very straightforward guy. I like a straightforward talk, right? And I'm very strategic. You don't have to be real, you know. You don't have to, when I said you have to be real, when I said that's not what I meant. You don't have to over-explain yourself to nobody. You have to be strategic, because the very people sometimes you explain yourself to, they go and dash you under the bus. So you got to be strategic in terms of information that disseminate to the very people. That is where betrayal was born. All right, so then again, I'm just saying, I preface all this, maybe sometimes, I tell you, there are a lot of people, just the sound of my voice irritate them, and I'm always saying to you, why don't you just go on inside and see why my voice irritates you? Because I don't care whether my voice irritates you or not. I could care less. It don't mean I don't love human beings. It don't mean that I love my brothers and sisters. I don't really care about your emotions and how you feel. I don't have no time for that. But I digress. So ladies, I want you to grab a pen. Right? I want you to grab a pen. And once again, good morning to Panella and all my folks that's in class. Grab a pen this morning, and I want you to write down these things in your cosmetics. If not, revisit my program when you go home and listen to it. There's something called dimethicone silicone, right? D-I-M-E-T-H-I-C-O-N-E. You hear what I'm telling you? Dimethicone silicone. It's in your facial stuff. It's in the stuff you put on your face looking all smooth and all that. You know what that does do? Trap real dirt. That goes straight into your skin, into your system. It goes straight into your system and your body. It's an endocrine disruptor. Your womb getting all messed up, and you're in the worst mood because you throw your hormones off. Dimethicone. Check it out. If it's in any one of your cosmetic, pitch with a cosmetic, the girlfriend. Okay, dash it out. D-I-M-E-T-H-I-C-O-N-E. Dimethicone silicone. Let me give you another one. And this, the synthetic fragrance, it's everywhere. We always say, you see them everywhere. People selling synthetic fragrance everywhere. There's something in, and it's in even the foods we eat. Something called phthalates. It's phthalates. But it spells P-H-T-H-A-L-A-T-E-S. Phthalates. So it's one of those English words that they want to play prim and proper. After they take away with language and play, they want to think English. Well, we got to roll with the flow, because, listen, if you don't, life changes, and if you don't adapt, you get left behind. It's just the way it is. I'm going to give you guys an idea. I'm not lost in my thing here, because this morning I kind of on a roll, and I just want to give these things out. I woke up 2 o'clock this morning, and I said I'm going to just go there and just, whatever comes to mind, I'm just going to do that. Well, which is what I do always. But I'm going to give you guys something clearly. A lot of people always say, well, this is me, take it how I like it. It's the very reason why we don't succeed in life. It's the very reason why you're myopic. This is you. When time change, stay, this is you now. And this is the problem with us. Well, this is my authentic me, whether you like it or not. Okay, tell time that when it changes. Tell your company that when they change. Tell your career that when it changes. Because that's the myopic mindset, and that's the programming that they want you to have, so you can stick right where you are for the rest of your life and goes nowhere. I'm going to leave that right there for now. So let me just talk about this again. This is another hormone disruptor. What I told you, it's in the fragrance. Phthalates, P-H-T-H-A, P-H. Right? P-H-T-H-A-L-A-T-E-S. Phthalates. Look for it. You see them in your cosmetics, dash it out. I beg of you, please. There's another one called parabens. Parabens, and this is the most dangerous. Parabens mimics the estrogen in your body. So your body believes that is stuff, because that's what they make it. They know what they're doing, you know. It mimics the estrogen. But you know what? They find it in breast tissue samples. Like when they do these, like in breast cancers and stuff, like they find it in there. So, and you know what? They make shut down a video for that word too. Because me and what I'm supposed to say. Because they shut it down for that already. That word that I just used there. But they find it in the tissue sample. 90%. That's another endocrine disruptor. It throws your hormones clean off. You're in the worst mood ever. So we got to pay attention to this. P-A-R-A-B-E-N-S. Parabens. Or you could put apostrophe S in the end if you want. P-A-R-A-B-E-N-S. Parabens. Go and check it out, ladies. I just thought I'd look out for y'all for a little bit this morning. So please check it out. I'm going to just go for the rest of my program in a minute. There's another one. There's a couple more. I'm going to bring them to you next week for now. But for now, marinate on those for a while. Do some research on it. And if you want any more clarification, you can always give Mr. Johnson a call at 736-3962, 736-3962, or 709-8450. The founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at 92 East Drive in Champlain. I take pride in what I do. I love what I do. I don't feel like I work a day in my life. Not a day in my life. All the time I'm approached to do personal training. I can't do that no more. I just can't do it no more. Grand uprising, my brother, caller, you live, Mr. Santa Cruz. What going on, brethren?
I'm fine, brother. I'm fine. Well, good morning to you there. Good morning to Trinidad and everybody. As I hear you say ladies, I'm now tuning because, you know, it's something. As I hear you say ladies, right? It's something, well, I know, God bless me with a lot of females in my family. I have 7 sisters, because I have 14 brothers and sisters. I have 2 daughters and I have 4 granddaughters. So, I give me more females. But I want to look out for ladies. You know, I get the genesis of what you're talking about there, in a nutshell there. But andropause and menopause, you know, we men and women in particular shame to speak about that. You know, we men have pride. But, you know, women, you know, how does... with your agenda, and I use the word agenda with what you speak of when it comes to our care and our health care and everything. How does that, now to me from my research I've seen it is a natural process, but it could be brought on early by lifestyle. So what could you advise women and women about how to deal with ourselves when it comes to the menopause for women and well, they say the men's version is andropause, because quickly the little what I've seen, the ancients used to see it as a spiritual awakening. You know, you became more wiser because you have left from one state from child to manhood and these sort of things. The Chinese see it as a balance between yin and yang, and then they also use certain herbal medicines to also alleviate the physical, what I say, effects that it causes on the body. So that is just my thing, you know. As you said once, you know, it's kind of opened the eyes. It is that came up to me, and then so Lockdown Listen program is always good as normal. Mrs. Santa Cruz is going all right, and so Small Man Ryan is going good too. So thank God for that. For Small Moses. So Lockdown Listen. I don't know. Let's see what you have to say.
All right, my brother. You know,
Okay.
you always bring some juice to the program. Thank you a lot for that. So let me, yeah,
No,
man,
sorry.
and have a good one.
Yeah.
We'll talk. I
Yes.
saw a missed call from you, man, and I clean forget to call you back. But I'll call you
Yes.
today. I would
That's
hook
not a
up.
problem.
Yeah, man. All
That's
right.
not an issue. Yeah. Take care.
Yeah, you too, my brother. Stay strong. You know, my boy always brings some serious juice to the program, and I like that. I like his question. Now, that question, while it's a broad-based question, hear what I'm going to tell you. They want us, and when I say they, because I hate when people use that word, but I'm making direct reference to the people who makes our food, the people who try to control the world. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Not only the pharmaceutical industry, because I don't, like I tell you guys, this is my disclaimer, right? Mr. Johnson considers himself an intelligent man because he knows he does not know everything. And my doctors and nurses, I love them to death. I love them to death. Like I always say, it's just the umbrella in which they reside under, and all these biochemical uses that hammer in our biochemistry to keep us coming back through this revolving door and keeping us ill is where my problem lies. So it's very difficult to talk about this, and they are not somehow indirectly included in the conversation. It's just not in a malicious way. So I'm saying to you, they want us to keep us this particular way, and they don't want us to know how easy it is to heal the human body. So it goes back to the ladies who they go into menopause. They believe that they have to be that way. No, that is not the truth. It is your body losing a particular amount of nutrients during that particular time. That's why some women have it earlier and some don't have it. Who tell you that isn't in that? Because that sounds like if it's a curse. I am sure, because I've done it before, and I've had peer-reviewed papers, it are women who never gone through that. They don't know what it feels like. But it's being perpetrated out there. There's this protracted narrative out there that it has to happen. And because of that, well, you know who you're going and go to. And you're going to those people, and you're going to get a drug that has a bunch of side effects. If you get 4 drugs, each of those drugs has between 6 to 8 side effects. And it's not a side effects. That word is a soft put down word. They are called pathologies. It's another illness. Let me get that straight. It's another illness. Period. Talk done. So you go there, they put you in that, and you keep coming back. All these things can be prevented if the human body respect the naturopathic, Ayurvedic, naturopath way, Chinese medicine, acupuncture, chiropractor, that holistic whole medicine. The human body needs 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, or 2 essential fatty acids. You get that? Bulletproof. It prevents all those stuff. It's a lack thereof. Why do you think you need, when women are going through menopause, why do you think you need to go to your practitioner for him to give you something to quiet you down? Come on, man, only get break now, man. Come on, man. You think for yourself here. It's a lack of nutrition thereof. We are walking around every single day. We buying a staple. We buying a Coca-Cola. We repeat that every single day, and we think we can get nutrients in a biochemistry that was wonderfully made. You guys have to be lacking a dangerous viewpoint of knowledge and think you ought to be healthy and think you can be healthy and supposed to be healthy. 6 decades, 0.5 is what I'm carrying, and I hope to carry some more. It's only one thing going on. I didn't have too much sense when I was living in the States and Canada lifting heavy weights, so I have a sciatica that act up ever so often, but I'm dealing with it. I know how to nutrify it, I know how to do it, I'm dealing with it bit by bit. It just started recently, and I know to deal with it. And a lot of people have sciatica. Lots. I know where it's coming from. I could walk you through it. So my thing is, why do ladies have to go there when they're in that particular stuff? Premenstrual, premenopause, and menopause or postmenopause, all them stuff. It's a lack of nutrition thereof. Why do you think you need to go there? Let me repeat myself. To give you something to quiet you down. And again, you remember I was talking to you guys about women who overthink and who's suffering with anxieties and stuff. Well, men do suffer with anxieties, but a lot of women suffer with anxieties too. I think more women than men suffer with anxieties. But when a man have it, he just have it real bad. Real bad. And again, I'm telling you guys, that's a lack of serotonin and proper methylation in the stomach. If you don't have it in your stomach, you can't have it in your head. So we can create thoughts. As human beings, we can create these thoughts. But the ability to degrade the thoughts are not there because we don't have that nutrients called serotonin. We don't have boron. We don't have those neurotransmitters to quiet the nerve. So now you go to your practitioner and he gives you something called SSRIs, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. What that do is bring the nervous system up to match the pace of the mind. And you are in the illusion of inclusion and think you're going to get help. And never, that medication never going to kick in. You will be on it for the rest of your life, damaging your kidney and your liver. And they are in jail again for a crime they never committed. I wish, again, let me say this, the amount of women, ladies that I helped with anxiety, I wish one of these days they can call in and just say something here. But I think I'm going to have to do a multiplicity of video and put them on, then place them on Facebook and stuff like that. I have clients. This is no joke. I have clients where this one lady, her son is a doctor, her daughter is a doctor, and she can't do nothing. She cannot do one thing right now. I wouldn't call them because I know them going to lose their work. She can't do one thing without calling Mr. Johnson because they see how much she was suffering for years until she started dealing with me. The last 3.5 to 4 years, she become proper. And this is no joke. Another lady, she sat out in her house. She sat out in her chair every single day. And me and her brother is very close. And I went. You could never believe it's the same lady. Never. She depressed every day. I keep telling people, this is not an indictment to your biochemistry. You need nutrition. We were created a particular way. We are putting all these endocrine disruptors into our body. We are eating food that has 10,000 chemicals in it every single day, and we expect to be proper. Me and what we get a story there from. We expect to be proper. We expect that when we start feeling that way, we call a pastor in and he go pray for us and we're going to get better. All you need to stop that. All you need to stop it. And let me give you my mechanism of action because I know these topics shift a lot of people because they're not analytical. They are 110% emotional. My criteria for healing. Number one, you shift your diet. I do not subscribe to anything like everything in moderation. Don't bring that kind of sideways conversation and imprecise language to Mr. Johnson because me ain't trying to hear that. Everything in moderation. Listen. Shift your diet. Number one. Number two, you are going to replenish and replete the things that you are losing in your body daily because that's what you inherit from your parents. Methylation issue, methylation problems, MTHFR, methylene tetrahydrofolate reductate, COMT, catechol metal transferase, your body's ability, to refine raw materials. That's what you're missing. That's what you help. That's what you got from your ancestors. Mr. Johnson going to help you to do that. You come and I go deal with that. That's what you're missing. But here's the deal. We truly again believe that we can get this salvation elsewhere. It's not going to happen. Don't know where you get that from. But it's never, ever, ever going to happen. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's something else I want to say, and it slipped me there. And if you guys know, if you guys follow my train of thought, give me a call in here. Just remember, you can give me a call in here, to the program. Don't call with no politics, right? 342-0081, 342-0081. Give me a call if there's a contribution, right? We have until about about 5 to 9 again. The program always going like a race when you're having some fun. At least I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun too. 342-0081, that's the studio, or 466-5391, 466-5391. You can give me a call. if there's any help you need. But just remember, any pathology that invade your body is because it's a deprivation of essential nutrients. Just understand that. And as I tell you guys before, you do not inherit. You don't have, like I said again, let me say it again, things like beta thalassemia and those stuff, those are definitely an ancestral thing. That's definitely genetics. But 99.9% of what we suffering that they tell you is genetics, it's not. It's absolutely not. It's the antithesis of the truth. It's not. Right? And then we have all these endocrine but they have to make excuses for the things that they do. They got to make excuses. Guys, you know who you guys know who Procter and Gamble is? Procter and Gamble. Must know that big company. Procter and Gamble used to make a whole bunch of candles all the time. Then electricity came up in 1911. The company in trouble. You know what Procter and Gamble do? Well, we ain't gonna lose all the money. Candle fat, they start to make Crisco and lard with them. Today we're making vegetable seed oil. Many of the stuff that we do, all you wake up and know. That is what we're doing. All you could go and check it out. Don't have no problem with Mr. Johnson. Go do your research. Procter and Gamble, and they said, and today we in trouble. They're frying in deep fries, oil, boil them chicken. We're dealing with that. That is an indictment because it run counter to our ancestral genome. Let me repeat myself again, ladies and gentlemen. We have not evolved genetically on this planet. No, we have evolved hormonally. You want the proof? Go out in the road and watch how many young people are overweight in the most insidious, not in the most profound way, not insidious way. Insidious means secret, and I know secret. Go out there and watch it. That's your proof. Go randomly, just stand up in the street for 5 minutes, and 5 people pass. This is a fact. This is facts. I do it all the time, and that is our struggle. So don't argue with Mr. Johnson. Argue with what you see, because you cannot negotiate with reality. It is what it is. If you want to negotiate reality, go ahead. Be my guest. But I know for sure that because of how we are eating and the choices that we make every single day, it's an indictment against the biochemistry that was created. Essentially beautiful. Beautiful. That is perfection in design, how our body is. We messed it up because we move away from our ancestral genome. We gone eating vegetable seed oil every day and telling me, but everything in moderation. Don't come wrong with that kind of language. Everything in moderation. What you talking about? What are you talking about? Everything in moderation? And people want to get upset with that because they think it's such a great statement. They think it's such a beautiful statement. Come on, man. Let's look. Listen, what I try to do, again, I try to show you the food you need to avoid because those are the things that are killing us. You avoid them, you avoid those foods, you can't avoid everything. And I will tell you that even me, every single one of us are poison. There are more parasites in our body than we can even think. They live in us every single day. They knock our biochemistry every day. We're in the worst mood all the time. We just have to try to function. But let me just go back. My train of thought now come back. And this is what I was going to say. That shift a lot of people. It shifts plenty of people. My four criteria to healing. Number one, shift your diet. Number two, replenish your body with botanical herbs because you need those micronutrients. We have 40 trillion cells in our body. Every single one is made from food. I don't know how you think you could talk your way out of that. I don't know how you think it's going to work any other way other than having natural foods. Number three, you exercise. Got to do some workout. And number four, who or whatever your concept of God is, you pray to that. You pray to that. Right, so a couple of pastors that I had a conversation with who never called me and come back again had a problem how I just run those things. In my own chronological order, they had a problem with it. And you know what my response was? Well, I don't care what your problem is. And I don't care what you think. They didn't like that response. I don't care. I telling you, shift your diet. Use botanical herbs. Do some exercise and pray. When you do all that thing, you preface that with who or whatever your divine is. I think that is beautiful. You telling me it should be the other way around. Well, if that is the case, why it was by me? But I'm going to leave that right here. But you see, when people start talking with their emotions, they don't like the response thereof of how you would react with certain things. Well, Mr. Johnson is not afraid to speak his truth. You know why? I speak my truth without fear of rejection. Reject me if you want, and that's okay. Because I'm not here for likes. I love my people. I want my people to do better. I want my people to make informed choices. I want my people to do what they need to do in order to optimize their structure and function the way God and nature intended it to be and bring their body back into homeostasis in vitro. That's what I'm here to do. If we do that, there would be no diabetes, there would be no prostate, there would be no cancer, there would be no endometriosis, there would be no polycystic ovarian syndrome, there would be no there would be no diastasis recti, there would be no interstitial cystitis. Many women are suffering in silence. They have interstitial cystitis and diastasis recti and don't even know that they have it. They don't even know. They don't even know they have a clue. And all these inflammation, all these inflammatory things in your body can get rid of if you only optimize your structure and function and allow the body to heal itself. We are more technologically savvy than any other time in this life. 300,000 years ago when Homo sapien walked the face of this earth, we are more technologically savvy than ever, yet more people dying, more young people dying than ever in life. The United States is the most technological country on planet Earth, has the most medical stuff, and every day more people are dead there than any place in the world. All you do the math. I got the peer-reviewed papers, you know. I got the meta-analysis. I got the blind placebo studies. That is why I come here and speak so profoundly at times. Again, let me give up my disclaimer. Disclaimer. Mr. Johnson considers himself an intelligent man because he does not know everything. But there are people out there who didn't know that they didn't know. They still didn't know that they don't know that they didn't know. And he who knows not, and knows not that he knows not. Well, we know what's going on there with him or her. I digress. So, ladies and gentlemen, make informed choices. Let me just put it out there again. I have a modified diet sheet of foods to avoid. If you want me to do a personal diet plan for you, work with $5,000. Because once you invest in it, you will follow it. Nobody follows. Nobody does. And I'm in this long enough to understand the dynamics of how that works. You give me $5,000, you may follow it for about 30 days. But I will give you either a hard copy or I will WhatsApp you a diet modification sheet of foods you need to stay away from. And for those people who are paid to be on YouTube and wherever they are to be to promote vegetable seed oil, I just told you the reason why they are there. They've been paid. There's no good such thing. Your oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, or you cook with ghee. If you could find extra virgin olive oil, the one in the green bottle with that bitter finish, be my guest. Call your live, my brother. What going?
Yeah, well, then I'll just say this quickly before the program closes. So then, eating, he said, we have always been taught about it, eat in moderation. No, it is not eating in moderation.
No.
Eat what the body can sustain. Because, okay, I think I said that once, I said that one. You have a pressure cooker that is a 5-liter pressure cooker. You're supposed to use you're supposed to use 2 liters when you're pressuring a pound of beef. But you want to put 2 to 4 liters of water for that. At some point in time when the pressure builds, it will come through the knob where it holds the pressure. You have a 1.5 liter bottle of water. If you put 2 liters, what will happen? It will flow over. Something will happen with the excess. So it's not about eating in moderation. It's eating what your body is designed to take.
Correct. Talk done.
And that is it. It is simple, basic, to me, common sense.
Of course. But you see, again, my brother, here, what happening here? People eat with their emotions. They eat with eyes. They do not eat for health. Many of us out there we are slave to our impulses. We are slave to our impulses. And I can tell you from experience, when you become slave to impulses, you don't know. You're in trouble. Because if you don't wake up, you're going to be so deep.
Yeah, for me too. I mean, over the years, I like this, I eating it. I like them because eating it. Now, over the time when I first ever called you and I spoke about my pressure and you told me certain things, I think I've been trying my best to maintain that order.
Correct.
And even my wife and I, and we are, and I mean, to me, I still think we need a little more work to do. But I mean, I've literally seen, and I remember how my parents used to maintain certain orders.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's all about to me. It's all about how you do things.
Yes, sir.
And finally, you said it then, and you could also, when you're doing it more deeper research, it is said that they see menopause and andropause as a genetic thing. Now, to me, that is a natural. I could be wrong. That is an aging process with the body. But you don't want to bring it on before time, because how it is at 85. My father told me at 85 he could have still had an erection.
Right.
So it's all about how you as a man or you as a woman treat the body to get these stimulations, which is a hormonal thing or a natural process, however you want to put it. So to me, at the end, is how you treat the body and what you do. So,
correct.
So locked on. All
right, man.
The program is good. Feel free. So I'm very rested here, but I'm there. So if I see a certain time, I could always flash you back. It's not a problem.
Right. Thank you, my brother. Take care. Be strong.
So will do.
All right, bless. And that's the deal. Like I said before, I mean, he prefaced it again correctly. Like I said before, as you age, there is a depletion. Those depletion got to be replete. It's that simple. It replete your body, really recalibrate and do what it needs to do. Like I said, it's 40 trillion cells in the body. Those 40 trillion cells are divided into 200 different type of cells. They are responsible, depend on where the problem is. Your endoplasma, your cytoplasma, your mitochondria, the microbiome depends on where it's it. It will reflect itself in a different way, and they will call it a different disease. They will call it arthritis, they'll call it neck pain, they will call it knee pain, they call it whatever they want. And most people do not suffer with rheumatoid arthritis. Most people suffer with symptoms like rheumatoid arthritis, which can be taken care of. But when they hammer you with that, because they're starting to give you back your history, well, when your father has that, your mom has that, well, that's an indictment. Of course, that's a programming, an engineered programming. They got to do what they got to do. Doctors and nurses are not paid to give what I'm giving you here. They are paid to see people. They are getting paid for volume. Let's get that clear. Let's get that clear. So don't go there and play stressing them out with that. Try to stay away from that story. Right? Seema, good morning, my darling. Good morning to you. And Rennie, good morning to you. My brother, blessed, love in the house, man. Rennie. How you doing, bro? Yeah, I'm big and strong, Rennie. Pretty Seema. How you doing, darling? Hope all is well. Again, this is how we see things, and this is how we do it, because we believe our emotions will dictate us. Just like you can, look, just because you say rain, don't mean you're going to get wet. If you want to get wet, find water and get wet. But there are people who believe that. It's funny, but it's true. If you look at the reasoning, if the way they reason things, you will see that's the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my privilege and prerogative once again to be here with you this morning on this platform. And I love bringing information to my people who perish by lack of knowledge. I do. And if I can be of any help to you, my brother Chris, good morning, brother. What go on? If I can be of any help to you, please give me a call at 736-3962 or 709-8450. I'm located in the Champlain area. I bring perspective because it's all about perspective. The human body is designed to heal itself. I can't say this enough. If that wasn't the case, we kaput long time. The protracting narrative and making it look like only brainiacs can do this stuff is just so that we can continue to be controlled. It's easy. The allopathic reductionistic medicine fraternity has everything in Latin to make it look like it's hard. Forget that story. Come and see Mr. Johnson. I will take you places you never think of. I'll bring back your biochemistry. You'll never believe you could feel that way. People who are depressed, it's because there's a lack of serotonin in the human body. I tell you, just come. Catechol all metal transferase, COMT. My time is almost up. Ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a stupendous carnival. And I myself is a carnival jumpy. I go be out there. I love me carnival. Super Blue, I go out, brother. That's a legend. See me in in Skinner Park, super, moving the crowd still. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, until such time, this is your boy, Mr. Johnson, McGann.
All mass lovers, the ultimate carnival experience is here. The world-renowned Senior Parade of Bands.
Yeah,
on Carnival Monday from 11 a.m. and Carnival Tuesday from 8 a.m. Watch thousands of masqueraders revel in color, energy, and glory across the big stage. The Queen's Box of Honor will come alive with the passion of our people and the rhythm of our culture. Grandstand general seating, $150 for access on both days. North Stand on Monday and just $50 on Tuesday. Available at the Grandstand ticket booth, online at islandetickets.com and the NCC office, Victoria Square, Port of Spain. For more info, find us on Instagram at ttcarnival365.com or call 622-1670. Senior Parade of Bands 2026.
Nice.
Presented by the NCC.
Right.
By Mackinson, Dasani, Forest Park, Coca-Cola, Kaleidoscope, and Caribbean Airlines.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that
what, you're working? You're coming out now?
to us, but it's happening
you're working?
within us.
Where you going away? You staying here?
Ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Alloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Shanklin, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Got you.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other. Every evening, the Queen's Box of Honor transforms into a vibrant village of food, culture, and celebration. Taste the best of Trinidad and Tobago with local street food, gourmet chefs, live cooking demos, cultural performances, and family-friendly experiences, all in one place. Join us at Flavor Village, Queen's Box of Honor, every day from 4 p.m. TNT, you're gonna love this.